Is on growing a strong local food system to help make fresh food accessible for everyone. And joining us today is Monica Petrella, Food Systems Program Coordinator for Hillsborough County. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about Homegrown Hillsborough.
So Homegrown Hillsborough is a brand new community development initiative that we're really hoping will bring residents to get a little more involved in their food system.
And how does it work?
So it's really easy. Right now we're asking for residents to take a survey, and that is going to allow us to build programs and projects that are custom to what they want to see.
Okay, so explain to me what a food desert is, because I do believe that the program kind of involves these areas that are lacking in healthy food for folks.
Yeah, so a food desert is an area that is unfortunately the residents are not able to access quality and sufficient nutrients on a regular basis. And a lot of that is based on their food environment. And so there are community interventions that we can introduce to help alleviate some of those barriers, as well as teaching people how they can kind of take their own health in their own hands, whether that is growing food through their own backyard or supporting local farmers.
And so how do you identify these local areas, and how big of a problem is it in our area?
It's a pretty big problem, mostly because a community that suffers from food insecurity, whether that's a lot of people or little people, how can you expect them to be great if they don't have their basic needs met? And so in Tampa and Hillsborough County, we do have some pockets of food insecurity, and the way that this program can help is just by making sure they know about all of the resources, whether that is SNAP or WIC, or once again growing their own food, or maybe even working through local organizations to help get involved.
And the goal is to wipe out these food deserts?
That would definitely be a goal. Yeah, absolutely. And the food system effort is focused on more than just food insecurity. It includes things such as production, as well as distribution, marketing. It also touches on how fun food can be and how it can be something that brings our community together.
And tell us a little bit more about these community gardens. How do they start? Who can get involved?
Yeah, so mostly community gardens are started by people in a neighborhood that want to grow food. Community gardens are especially exciting because they are seen as outdoor classrooms. So somebody like myself who lives in a condo, I don't have a yard that I can grow something, but I could join a local community garden and kind of get that fill. Not only could I maybe bring home fresh produce, but I can also build some friendships, learn new things, learn about how all the different systems impact each other.
And how important are food pantries?
Very important. And so we are very grateful that our community does a lot of work at some of those community interventions, making sure that everybody does have enough, and not only enough, but that it's adequately nutritious. And food pantries are a huge part of that. We would like to be able to help with coordinating for seasonal products, or supporting some local farmers, or making sure that there are, fresh produce that people can access.
So how can residents get involved? I think you have a QR code that we can show now.
Yeah, so right now we're asking all residents to get involved by taking this survey. And so this survey highlights a few big, broad questions that we want to dial in, so that way we can make programs that would satisfy their needs, as well as their interests. So once residents take this survey, then I'll be working with a network of organizations that's also open for anybody else to be part of. So if you have a business or a nonprofit that wants to get involved, we'd love to have you, and collectively we can try to go and implement some of those programs and projects that the residents need.
So this is the chance for voices to be heard. Get on that QR code and speak what you need.
Absolutely.
Monica from Homegrown Hillsborough, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Paul?
Linda? Hot day today, 91 degrees. How about that? A couple showers and storms around.